Hello and welcome to Canton This Month. I'm your host, Diane Baker. During our show, we'll bring you a variety of special reports from throughout the community as well as local news and more. Canton This Month is produced by Canton Community Productions and the Canton Municipal Government. This month, we'll get a word from a local burger spot, meet the gallery as Cherry Hill's latest artist, and get some great tips for your next golf outing.
Calling all local businesses and community members. The Canton Cares Fund needs your support. The fund, provided through the Canton Community Foundation, lends financial support to Canton Township sponsored programs assisting seniors, veterans, youth, and the disabled, as well as programs that assist Canton residents following a natural disaster, mass casualty, or significant personal loss. The Canton Cares Fund also supports programs recognizing heroic acts of township employees. So what can you do to help? Go to the Canton Community Foundation's website at cantonfoundation.org to become a sponsor or donor today.
Hi, I'm Eric Sabri, your Wayne County Treasurer. If you're living in a home of a deceased family member and you're facing property tax foreclosure, the probate process can be helpful to you. If you file a probate petition and notify our office, the foreclosure proceedings will be halted during the probate process. Contact us at 313-224-5990 or email us at taxinfo@waynecounty.com. We're here to help.
And now for the news. The annual Canton Cares Road Rally is back on Saturday, April 26th, starting at 4:45 p.m. at the Summit on the Park. New this year, this rally will feature traditional clues and rules, challenging participants to navigate a set course. The best part is all the proceeds will go right back into the community through the Canton Cares Fund. Registration is just $100 per car. For additional information, visit cantonmi.gov/1261. Calling all students, if you're looking for a short-term fitness center membership to get in shape for the summer, then take advantage of the Summit on the Park Student Summer Shape-Up membership and save. From May 1st through the 30th, Canton residents can purchase a 3-month student or individual membership and save 20%. Purchase this special membership online at summitonthepark.org with discount code STUDENT25 or in person at the Summit front desk. Now's the perfect time to get started on the plan to health and fitness with a Summit on the Park membership. For more information, contact Membership Services at 394-5460. On Saturday, April 26th, Art in Bloom will be held from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Village Arts Factory located at 50755 Cherry Hill Road. This special event will include crafters and artisans selling an array of fine arts, handmade gifts, jewelry, ceramics, apparel, accessories, and home goods, as well as featured works created by the tenants of the Arts Warehouse. Live music, food trucks, a coffee vendor, face painting, and more will also be available. For more information and a complete list of sponsors, visit cantonmi.gov/678. Basement Burger Bar has been here in Canton since 2014 and is still going strong. We're going to take a quick look at their business model and what makes them special.
Hello, my name is David Camello. I'm the general manager of the Basement Burger Bar in Canton. The establishment opened in Canton in January of 2014. The concept started with the original Basement Burger Bar in Farmington, and that restaurant is actually in a basement. We decided to take this concept to Canton. We specialize in build your own burgers and build your own salads. You select your beef patty, you select the bun that you would like, the temperature, and then we offer a different variety of homemade spreads that we put on the burger. We make our own spreads in-house, spicy ketchup, garlic mayo. We have a delicious bison, Kobe beef. We have chicken, turkey, and of course we have USDA ground beef in 6 and 8 ounce patties. Another feature that we have is that we do feature a lot of Michigan craft beers. We have a lot of different beers from the Founders Brewing Company, Bell's, Shorts, and also Atwater. We also specialize in Michigan ciders, St. Julian wineries. They make a delicious Gungadin, and we also have a Vandermill cider that we feature. The place is relatively small. We seat 75 people, including the bar. It's very comfortable. It's not large. It gives a nice, friendly family round where everyone here are friends and family. We're located on the corner of Ford Road and Lilly, right across the street from Richardson's. We're on the north corner, so it's a great place to have fun, and we look forward to serving you in the Canton area.
Make plans to visit the final indoor winter farmers market on Sunday, April 13th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Village Arts Factory. Stock up on locally sourced produce and goods. Mark your calendars because the Canton Farmers Market will be starting up its regular season on Sunday, May 11th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Village Arts Factory while construction is in its final stages at Preservation Park. For more information, visit cantonmi.gov/496. See you at the market. Canton Township is seeking Liberty Fest volunteers ages 14 and up for plenty of exciting opportunities, including welcome and information booth greeters, bike corral assistants, and more. Applications can be found online at cantonmi.gov/582. For additional details, contact Volunteer Coordinator Heather Van Hartsveld at 394-5191 or email volunteers@cantonmi.gov. The ponds in Heritage Park will once again be stocked with plenty of fish for this great family event on Saturday, May 4th from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Area residents are invited to spend quality leisure time with family, friends, and neighbors. No fishing license is needed, but pre-registration is encouraged. Ribbons may also be purchased on the day of the event, cash only. Participants must provide their own fishing equipment. Limited bait supplies will be available for purchase while supplies last. For more details or to register, visit cantonfund.org or call 394-5460. Michael Ross was the Gallery at Cherry Hills feature artist for the month of March. He combines traditional oil paints, abstract geometry, and sculpture into his collection. Let's take a look.
My name is Michael Ross. I am a painter. That is mostly what I do, and I also run a gallery in Highland Park called the Annex Gallery. I guess what I think of when I look at a lot of my work in general, you know, many of them are completely non-representational, but especially when I'm looking at it all together, I sort of see them as landscapes a lot of the time, and I see them specifically as like seascapes. Most of my influences really, if I had to say, are more in the realm of music. I think of my work as being fairly musical, like Yoko Ono and John Cage and Steve Reich, Fela Kuti, people like that. There are a lot of parallels with music and visual art for me, and I think in a lot of the music that I listen to and the music that I tend to make. For me, it has a lot to do with pattern, repetition, that idea of music as something that is a sculpture itself that you can sort of build on. There are layers to it. I mean, I've been a painter for as long as I've been making art, but I've always been interested in sculpture too. And I think as a painter, I tend to work with forms, and I think it was a logical leap, I guess, to, as I'm painting these forms, to sort of say, the canvas doesn't have to be square, it doesn't have to be a rectangle. Why not have the canvas echo some of the forms that are happening in the painting? One of my jobs as a painter is to make a set of rules and then sort of figure out interesting ways to break them. I'm creating the form out of the canvas, and then of course the painting goes completely away from that form, which I think adds an interesting amount of tension, I guess you'd say. Colors are just endlessly fascinating. The way that they can sort of talk to each other when two colors are next to each other and they don't make any sense together, they almost create another color in between them, even when there's no space in between them. And just the way they sort of talk to each other. I always think it's fascinating to use like a sort of toned down color palette, and then it's fascinating to use a brighter color palette and see how those two things can sort of talk to each other. As far as I'm concerned, there are no rules about colors, you know, just like there are no rules in music. I clearly didn't go to art school. I think representational art, I'm always drawn back to it, especially like people and the human form, face and figure. Painting that sort of thing, it's almost like it massages the brain in some sort of a funny way. Non-representational art, I think, works on a similar plane, but in a completely different sort of a way, where if there's not something that a viewer's mind can grab onto and say like, oh, this is a duck or whatever, you know, I think it really opens up the mind and allows you to sort of just explore your mind a little bit, you know. In a lot of my work, I like to have a sort of completely abstract thing going on, and then there might be something very specific within that kind of almost catches the brain a little bit, and maybe it's kind of disorienting in a fun way. Well, I think art is so much about what the viewer sees. Especially with abstract art, you're sort of seeing a reflection of yourself anytime you're looking at something. You know, the way you see it, the way you think about it, it tells you more about yourself, I think, than it maybe even does about the artist. So I think I think art is 50-50, you know. I think it's what the artist puts into it, and it's also what the viewer gets out of it, and what the viewer puts into it as well. I think when people come to see this show, I hope that they come away with a positive viewpoint. You know, to me, my work is about hopefully uplifting the human spirit a little bit, you know, creating a little bit of joy. That's the way I like to think about it. That's what I tend to get out of it as I'm painting. I hope that's what other people get from it too.
In municipal service news, please note the start of curbside pickup of residential yard waste has been moved to April 7th, not April 1st, as stated in our March episode. All yard waste should be placed with recyclables on the opposite side of your driveway from your garbage. Yard waste and recyclables must always be placed separate from your garbage to avoid confusion during collection. For questions or more information on refuse, recycling, and yard waste collection, visit cantonmi.gov/216 or call Priority Waste at 228-1200. Priority Waste will hold their first Canton cleanup for 2025 on Saturday, April 19th from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. at their facility located at 39,000 Van Born Road. Canton cleanup is for residents only and limited to one trip per household. Residents are responsible for unloading their own items and placing them in the dumpster. For more information, visit cantonmi.gov/917. Since this golf course is now open, Pheasant Run staff are asking that area residents please refrain from walking on golf course cart paths or being on the course unless you are a paid guest. Although the golf course is an inviting place, it can be a very dangerous place to be walking around on. Golf balls can travel up to 300 yards in the air, meaning you may not see one coming. There are also many blind areas where a golf cart may not see you. Not to mention, people on the course are a disruption or distraction to golfers playing their sport. For your safety and the safety of your families, we ask that you refrain from being on the golf course or any of the cart paths. For information on Canton's walking paths and trails, visit cantonfun.org. On a related note, the course is opening up. We'll see plenty of folks on the green this month. Scott Kuhn of Pheasant Run Golf Course has some tips and refreshers for you on your next trip to the fairway.
Hi, I'm Scott Kuhn, Lead Assistant Golf Professional at Pheasant Run Golf Club. I'm here today to give you some tips to help you improve your golf game. Guys, today we are here to talk about how to get more distance out of every club. That's probably the most asked question by amateur golfers today is how can I hit every club in my bag farther? It's a game of distance today, so the farther we can hit the ball, the better off we're going to be. So a couple of drills we're going to talk about are going to help you hit that ball farther that you need to incorporate into your practice routine, and this is going to help you throughout the bag to gain distance with every club. The first one we're going to talk about how to coil our big muscles. There are two places that we get distance and power from in the golf swing. One of them is the big muscles in our body. That's the first one, and we get that power by coiling our body. The bigger we can get a shoulder turn and a hip turn, the more power we can generate through the swing. So a real classic drill that we can do, we take that club, we set it right across our chest like this. We're going to cross our arms, we're going to establish our position, and then we're just going to turn back just like that. Turn, going to coil as much as we can, coiling the hips and shoulders. We release it, turn back again. Now we're going to do that motion 3 or 4 times, and then we're going to set up for the golf ball and take a swing. Now I had a nice big turn on that, so I was able to get behind the golf ball and get it out there quite a ways. Now the second way that we can maintain and get distance and strength and power in our swing is what's called maintaining lag. We get to this position, and the first thing golfers tend to want to do is release their hands, release their wrists, and throw all that power out here. We don't want to do that. We want to release that power down at the bottom of the swing. This is called maintaining lag. And a little drill that we can do that'll help us perform that is we get up to the top and we just start slowly working that club down. Maintaining as much lag here, the angle between my arms and the shaft of the club as we can. Release it right at the bottom. So we do that 3 or 4 times, get that club right here to the top, pull down, maintaining that lag, and release it. If you incorporate those 2 drills into your practice session, you're going to see increased distance on every shot. Well, I hope these tips have helped you with your golf game. Remember, you can visit us at golfprgc.org for more information on instruction. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.
We hope you've enjoyed our show. On behalf of the team at Canton this month, I'm Diane Baker, and I'll see you in Canton.